Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. Let me know who's here. I see a few people jumping on. Let me know who's here, where you're from, what you're up to. Happy New Year to you. I figured I'd better show my face as it's the first Facebook Live of the year, and I feel like I haven't been here in ages. I think it's been 3 weeks. I took a little bit of time off, but hi, Nedra. Good to see you. Are you at lunch? Are you at work today or are you off? Hello, Christine. Happy New Year. Good to see you all. Just wait another minute. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year. Let me know what you've been up to. Thank you, Christine. We had a fairly quiet New Year. We don't usually go out. We like to stay home away from the crazies that are out there. We did go out for a lovely dinner Saturday night. We were kind of celebrating Jim's birthday and our wedding anniversary. We actually went out. Jim's birthday is the 28th, and then our wedding anniversary is the 24th. And we never seem to get to celebrate that because we're always doing stuff with family. So a friend had given us, oh, thank you. I have to tell you about my hair in a minute. But a friend of us had given us a gift card for a nice restaurant as a thank you for something. So we went and splurged, and the restaurant we went to always decorates really nicely for Christmas. So it was very nice. It was very festive. So this is what my hair, actually, I had my hair cut, a couple of weeks before Christmas, but when I washed it yesterday, I didn't do anything with it. I just let it dry naturally pretty much. And this is what it, put a bit of product in and foofed it about a little bit, and this is what it looks like. So, yeah, normally I dry it out straight. So anyway, well, it's good to see you all. Hi, Denise. Thank you, Nidra. Yes, I missed you all too. So anyway, let's go down to my desk, and I've got something new to show you. And I apologize about this. This is my ring light that shines down on my desk, and you'll see why this is in the way in a minute. So let's switch down here. And let's turn out those overhead lights, so we get rid of those for. All right, so very exciting. Tomorrow is the start of our brand new catalogue and Sale-a-Bration, and it's such a shame because not allowed to show you the catalogue. I'm going to make projects from with quite a number of products today actually, but I can't actually show you. I can show you the products, but I can't actually show you inside these calendars. Catalogs until tomorrow, till it goes live. We're not allowed to. We can show you the front, we can show you products, we can show you projects we've made, but we can't actually show you the inside of the catalogue until it goes live to our customers. We've been able to order it for a month now as demonstrators. But Sale-a-Bration is a really fun time. It's January and February, and I'm sure you all know about Sale-a-Bration if you're familiar at all with Stamping Up. For January and February, for every $50 you spend, you get to choose a free item from the Sale-a-Bration brochure, and there are some at the $100 level too. And there's more products this year than we've had in a long time, so I'm excited to show you some of them. And this new glass mat that I'm using here is one of the things that you can get if you sign up as a new demonstrator during January and February. You can get this glass mat free when you sign up, and it's a $60 value. So I'm going to be using this over the next, on my Facebook Lives, so I can show you some of the features. But it was a little bit challenging because it's glass and I use a ring light. And so if I show you the whole mat, if I move this out of the way, which actually comes with the mat, and I'll talk about that in a minute, you can see there's my ring light. So I'm kind of covering it up with this little silicone thingy here. So it was a little tricky this morning when I was trying to set up my desk because I wanted to be able to use it. So you can't quite see the whole thing. If I move it up a little bit, and the ring is going to appear, you can see here's the bottom. So it's quite big. Let's see if I can get this just right. It's about 16 inches wide by 13 inches, and it has inches along this side and the bottom, and then it has centimeters along the top and this side. So it's great for all markets. This is a handy dandy kind of silicone thing that actually sticks right on it. And it's quite nice to put your things while you're doing stuff, because this is quite loud. If you put like ink pads and things down here, it is quite loud. So I'm going to try and remember to put stuff up here. And then it also comes with a little chamois that I'll show you as we go along. But anyway, I'm really liking working on it. I'm going to show you a few features and clean up and that kind of thing. But I do want to get on with today's projects now, because I've got 4 different cards to show you. I'm going to try and go through them quickly using some of the Sale-a-Bration products. So let's get started. So I am going to be featuring today this stamp set called Jungle Pals that's in the Sale-a-Bration brochure, and this is at the $50 level. So if you spend $50, you can get this. Look how cute. It's kind of like baby animals, I think. Baby tiger, and yeah, anyway, pretty cute, like the little sloth. And this is that a lemur? I think it is. Somebody tell me, because I know this is a toucan, or yeah, and then this is I don't know if that's an alligator or crocodile, tiger and sloth, but I think that's a lemur, but somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong. And then at the $100 level, you can get these dies, and it's amazing. There's 15 of them. So each animal can be cut out. There's the tiger, sloth, alligator, the other 2. And then there's lots of additional, there's this tree with the branches. There's lots of different leaves, grass, another kind of branch here, flowers, little leaves, so all kinds. So for if you spend $150, you can get both of these. And yeah, I think it's a lemur, Christine. Thank you. And you would also get, at $150, you would also start to get rewards. So you would not only could you get these 2 free, but you could get $15 in additional free products that you could choose out of the catalogue. So let's get started with some cards. So let me show you I'll show you all the cards, just in case for some reason we don't get through them all, but I plan to. A ring-tailed lemur. Thank you, Denise. That's the official name, huh? So let me show you these cute cards. Here's the sloth. Hang it. And this, I'm going to show you where this sentiment is from, because there's no sentiment, so you do have to kind of find your own sentiments. Here's the tiger. There's no one like you. And here's the toucan. Enjoy your day. And then here's the alligator. This is kind of almost like a Valentine card. So let's start. Let's see, which one let's start with the toucan. Put it up here, and hopefully you're going to be able to see okay. So let me grab my pieces. I'm going to go and try and go fairly fast so that we can get through them all. And I am using some different papers from Sale-a-Bration, some different other stamp sets. Let's get my little pieces out here. All right, so I'm hoping that, I wonder if I can move this way and that will still cover up the light. No. All right, well, we're just gonna go with it. Let's move it off. I tell you, it was a little bit tricky setting up. So I've got my pieces here. So this is a crushed curry card base, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to stamp "Enjoy Your Day" in crushed curry. Grab that. And this is and I'm going to use a couple of sentiments from here. Let me show you this stamp set. This is another stamp set that's part of the Sale-a-Bration offering this year. And this is a nice one because it's all sentiments. And I like, they're a nice big size too. They're not too small. There's a Father's Day, sentiment and a Mother's Day and an Easter, and then hello, enjoy your day and love you more. So really nice sentiments. I love the Father's Day, Mother's Day and Easter in there because those are sometimes hard to find. So I'm going to be using enjoy your day, and I'm just going to do some stamping all over the front. And in fact, this is where I can show you, if I don't move my card around, I can show you the first benefit of the, let's see, I'm going to do it up here so that you can see. You'll have to bear with me as I kind of get used to using this and finding out the best way so that you can see. So I'm just going to stamp randomly. Try and get it straight, but it doesn't matter if it's not entirely, because most of it actually is going to get covered up. And we'll do this one. I'm not doing a very good job on this straight, but normally I would stand up to do this. But you get the idea. And I'm just going to fill in a couple of places here and there. And now let's close up my ink pad, and I can take my little chamois that comes. So the glass mat also comes with this, which is a lovely soft chamois, and I've actually been using it more than my other chamois because I like how soft and easy it is to hold and use. Okay, so that's that. And I had found this a while ago. I don't know what I bought it for, but I found this little trash can, or garbage can, dustbin, whatever you want to call it, like at the dollar store or something a while ago, and I pulled it out. It took me a while to find it, but it's perfect for storing. All right, so I've already, now this piece of paper is from, let's see, a paper called Sunny Days, and let me show you, I've got my paper shares all cut up, ready to go. So let's see, Sunny Days. I think that's all of them. I've got 2 packs in one. Okay, so this is the paper. This is a 12 by 12, but I've just got, comes in a 12 by 12, but I've just got the 6 by 6 for my paper share. So this is one of the papers, and this actually coordinates with the stamp set in the new mini catalogue. So I'm using this one, which is like little sun rays. There's rainbows and flowers and some other things. So I'm using that. So I've got a piece of that cut out. And I'm going to, and I've already got dimensionals on the back to save some time. So pull those off, put that on the front, and it doesn't matter if your stamping isn't perfect because this is going to cover up most of it. Could have done with another one down there, but that's all right. Okay, and then on to, let me grab my Pebble Path, and I'll grab my memento. And so, oh, I've already done my, I've already stamped and cut out the animals also, just to save a little bit of time. But I'm going to stamp enjoy your day again, so let me clean it off quickly. My chamois. And I'm using Pebbled Path, and I'm going to stamp enjoy your day. And try and get it straight. Sorry if I get my head in the way. I like using this as a grid so I can kind of line it up. Not too bad, slightly crooked, but that's okay. And this is going to go on also with dimensionals. I couldn't put these on ahead of time because I would have had trouble stamping. So we'll just do, put this on. In fact, I'm going to move these in a little bit because I don't need dimensionals. I don't want, I'd need double ones if I was going to put them there because this is already popped up. So So the reason I started out showing this bundle is because I think it's going to be really popular, one of the most popular, and I'm worried it's going to run out. So I thought, and there's nothing worse than designing cards to show on a Facebook Live and then they're sold out, and so you can't really show them. So I thought I'm going to get in early with these. Okay, let's colour in the little toucan. So I'm just going to use two colours. I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm going to use, I'm using blends, and I'm using black. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. I'm almost zoomed in all the way. So I'm using the light basic black for his body. So I'll just colour this quickly. I'm doing some really simple colouring. Now on the other cards, on my samples, actually, I'll go back and show you, but I actually heat emboss them. I stamp them in Versamark and then heat emboss them in black. It just makes them pop out a little bit more, and it kind of makes it a little bit easier with the colouring too, because it helps you stay inside the lines. But I forgot to do that when I was stamping and die cutting these ahead of time, and I went back and saw that I'd done that and remembered. He's got another little wing poking out here, so don't forget to colour that one in. And then for the beak, his big beak, I just want to, I've got pumpkin pie light and dark, and I'm just going to go kind of graduated. So I'm going to colour in the whole thing. Oh goodness, if I can pull off my lid. There we go. Oh, this end of my pumpkin pie is a bit worn out. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my landscapers are right outside with their blowers. So I apologize for the noise. Okay, I'm going to go over this one again a couple of times because I want that a little bit darker. Oh goodness, he's going away. Did you all hear that? Sorry. That was very loud. They switched to Mondays for a little while, and I thought, oh, that's good. They won't interfere with my face. And now they switched back to Wednesdays again. I'm going to do a little bit of colouring along the bottom on his beak. And then I can just go back over a little bit with this one. So fairly simple, just trying to get kind of a graduated look there. So his, I know, timing, right? Okay, so that's our toucan done, so we can put the rest of the card together. And I haven't done the insides of these except for on one of them where it's a little bit of different fold, because like I say, for time's sake, and also I figured you could, you know, do whatever you like. So let's put the leaves on. And the leaves are in shaded spruce. In fact, on this card, I did them in garden green. These ones, they're shaded spruce. But whatever green you have or you like, you could do mossy meadow, old olive, granny apple green. Let's put a bit of glue on this one too. And toucans come in all different colours. When I looked and Googled them, they do come in lots of different colours. But I was trying to keep it fairly simple. On like that, maybe a bit further over, squish them over a little bit, there we go. And then we'll put Mr. Toucan on with a couple of dimensionals. Let's see, can I use big ones? Probably need a little one. And squish it on, oh yes. I try and use big ones where I can because they're just so much easier. And they cover more space too. So we'll pop him on. Just about like that. Almost need a double one under there, but that's okay. And then we'll put this little flower on. And I think I'll come back at the end. I don't know if you can see on this one, I've got a little tiny embellishment flower, but I think I'll come back and do those all at the end. It'll be more efficient. And then I do have some of these. Let's see, we can put these. I'm using those little flowers on all the cards, so that's why it'd be easier to do them at the end. But I am going to put on some of these. These are the 23 to 25 in color dots, and there's a pebble path which matches the text. So I'm going to put a couple of these on as my take your pick tool. Oh, come on. There we go. There's one. And there's 3 sizes actually. So we'll do a large one, a little one, and then a medium sized one down here. And there's Mr. Toucan. We'll come and finish back his little flowers at the end. All right, now let's move on to the tiger. So here's the tiger. And let's put away my stamp here. Let's grab all these bits. Okay, so here's all the pieces for the tiger. So this piece is from, again, from the whatever that paper's called, Sunny Days. This is another one from the Sunny Days. I know there's lots of different color combinations depending on what you have on hand and what designer series paper you want to use. So let's just stick these on. So this is a piece of basic white. And with my using liquid glue, but whatever glue you like. And this is a regular, this is a pebbled path card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then this piece of white is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is just a little bit smaller. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it's just a little bit smaller. Put this on. And then we've got these strips in Pebble Path. Now, on the original card, they're just plain, but I thought I would step it up a little bit, and I actually dry emboss these with one of the embossing folders from the online set of 3. I think they're called Basics, but you don't have to do that. So now I've got to try and stick these on. Again, I've got dimensionals on the back already. I'll take them all off, and the challenge is putting them all on spaced evenly, isn't it? But what I find it easiest to do is to put the outside ones on first and then the middle piece. So let's see, we want about, and what I find like with the dimensions, if you don't push them down too, if you just lay them gently, you can adjust them if you need to. So there's one. And here's 2. See, move up a little bit so you can see. And then if you've got your 2 lined up on the outsides, then this one just gets centered in the middle. So that's kind of how I like to do it. And that looks pretty good. So now you can press them down. Now let's do a little bit of stamping. So this sentiment is from a stamp set that's in the annual catalogue. Let me show you. I have it here. This one is called Happy Labels. So this is in the annual. So this is not a new one. It's been around for a little while. It's got a nice selection of sentiments. So I'm going to be using There's No One Like You. So let me grab, and again, Pebbled Path. So let's put this up here and get my stamp. There's no one like you. go. But of course, you, as I said, there's no sentiments in the Jungle Pals set, so use whatever. You can make these for any occasion. They'd be good for kids, new baby, if you changed up the colors to a bit more kind of pastel-y, or really whatever you like. Let's see, am I going to need that again? I might just leave that up there because I think I might need it. Just wipe off my stamp. And this is going to go on, I'm just going to put dimensionals on these three. Let's see, about 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it's easier to put it on the dimensionals on the card base, then you know exactly where to put them. And this is going to get layered over here, kind of centered, about like that. Is that crooked? I think that's about right. Okay, now the tiger. So on the original card, I did a pumpkin pie, and you can see the difference here. I wish I'd remembered to emboss. I don't know if you can see, but there you can get a little bit of the shine. I actually embossed with Versamark ink and then black embossing powder, and so he's got a nice shine to his stripes. And then I did that also with a crushed curry tiger, because I thought a crushed curry tiger would work well. And you might notice that I've stamped directly onto the cardstock here rather than doing it onto white. And I was planning to do a crushed curry one, but I've added a little bit of shading with the blends, and there's no blends for crushed curry. So I think I'm going to go with the pumpkin pie again, so I can show you what I did. But there's nothing to stop you doing him whatever colour. You could do Calypso Coral maybe and use Calypso Coral blends. It depends what other colours you plan to use, really. So I just did a little bit of extra shading. You could do his belly, kind of wherever the areas that would be darkest. So his little legs that are in the back. And then maybe some kind of shading under here. Kind of wherever you think there would be some, maybe around his face a little bit, his nose, his ears. And then you can go back in with the pumpkin pie. I have to remember to order a new pumpkin pie because I said the brush end is not working very well. And then you can just blend that out a little bit. Now this will dry back. So it's going to kind of blend in more, but it just adds a bit more kind of dimension to the tiger. Of course, you don't have to do that. If you're stamping it onto the colour cardstock, you can just leave it as it is. And like I say, this will dry back a little bit. So let's assemble the rest. So I've cut out a few pieces. I've got some grass and some of these leaves. So I'm going to just put glue along the bottom of the grass because I want the tiger to kind of look like he's going through the grass. I want to make sure that I leave. So just put glue along the bottom. And make sure that we don't go over the sentiment there. Like that. And then we can pop our tiger in. So, oops, set that dry a little bit. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. So let's see how we want him in. So I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue, not too much, just kind of, because this glue is very strong, you don't need very much, and I want to just pop him in. So I'm going to have a little leg kind of like this. Make sure that his tail's not covering the text. And I might actually, maybe I should have put dimensionals. Let's see if I can put some dimensionals under his head, because I maybe should have done that. Yeah, I did that on the other card. So actually, let's put the leaves on first, and then I can put the dimensionals. I think I did it a different order. I think I did the leaves first and then the tiger, but we're okay. It'll all work out. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this one, and this one. So we'll slide this one in under here, like that. And then we'll put this one. This is fun though, because you can build kind of whatever scenes you like. Oops. Come on. All right, now I'll put this little dimension. I've already taken the back off. I'll just stick that. Oops, it's showing. Oh dear. And my tiger's coming out. So maybe should have just stuck dimensionals on. I'm not worried about the glue. So there's one. Maybe I'll put another one under here. So ideally, of course, you would do this before you stuck him on, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. There. That's better. All right. Now I'm just going to tie a little bit of twine. So I've got some linen thread, which is my go-to thread. And if it's a little curly, let's just cut off a piece. If it's really curly like this, you can just run your fingers down it a couple of times and it'll straighten out pretty much. So then we'll just do a quick bow. And how I like to attach it, I like to put it on a glue dot. Let's grab my glue dots. Put it on a glue dot here. Oops. Make this end a bit bigger. And then just take it off with my scissors. And then I can just put it right under here like this. I'm going to pop it under there. Make sure the glue dot is all the way under so that it's not sticky on the surface. And I can just trim the ends a little bit. All right, there's Mr. Tiger. What do you think? He's pretty cute. All right, 2 down. Better hurry up, hadn't I? All right, let's do the sloth. Mr. Sloth. Let's get all my pieces. Lots of little leaves on this one, as you can see. Come out. So what's your favorite animal so far out of the set? Do you have a favorite? Move that out of the way because it's the light is picking up on it. All right, so this paper is from another new one. It's called Softly Stippled, I think. Here's Softly Stippled. And let's see. Yes, it's that one right there. So this goes with the Softly Stippled Roses. That's a stamp set in the mini catalogue. Oh, Christine likes the tiger. Yeah, I think I like the sloth though. I think he's cute. I don't know, sloths are kind of in right now, aren't they? Everybody likes sloths. I don't know why. All right, so I've got a pecan pie base for this one. And then a piece of this designer series paper from the Softly Stippled. And it's kind of like a linen-y look, the blue. So we're going to attach this, and this is 5.5 by, let's see, what does this measure? This blue piece, it's 3.5. 3.5 by 5.5. Now this branch, when you die cut this, it doesn't cut this edge here. So the nice thing is you can make your branch as wide or narrow as you want. So when you die cut it, you just need to make sure that you have it right up against, you have it right up against the edge of your cardstock. At whatever the width you want, and that way you can make it, whatever width. And I hope I'm explaining myself. I made this a little bit longer so I can just trim it, because there's nothing worse than die cutting something and finding it's too short. So I'd rather have it a little longer. So I'm putting it right on the edge of this, or attempting to put it right on the edge of this blue piece. There we go. And then I can just trim the excess here. All right, let's colour in the sloth and do the stamping. So I'm going to stamp Hang In There. Now this is from another new stamp set, and I will show you that. It's the last one I'm going to be using, a new one. This is from a stamp set called Hot Air Balloon, and I thought Hang In There was perfect for the little sloth. So that's what I'm using. So, and Hang In There and Shaded Spruce. Actually, I should be using Garden Green because my leaves are Garden Green, but I grabbed Shaded Spruce, so that's okay. I think it'll look fine. And I'm going to do it kind of towards this end here. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite a fine stamp, so hopefully you can see that okay. Just leave that there. And then the sloth, again, I stamped him on crumb cake and already cut him out. And then I'm going to use Pecan Pie, which is one of our fairly new colours, to colour him in. So I'm going to go with the dark and do a little bit of kind of shading. It's a bit tricky. I would advise usually colouring before you cut them out. But like I say, I was trying to save some time. Let's go around his face. And cutting them out ahead of time. So, but when you do it, it'd probably be easier to colour them first. And of course you can colour on stamp on white cardstock if you prefer. So
okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
just go really lightly over his middle so that you get a little bit of contrast. And go around his little face. We're going to leave that crumb cake. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in with that black that I used on the toucan and do a little dot for his eyes because they got a little bit covered up. So that's Mr. Sloth. All right, so now we can assemble. So this is just going to go kind of up against here. Do I need to make that shorter here? I think that's right. So I'm going to stick this on, and then I'll just trim the excess. Oops. Like that. And then we'll put our sloth on with dimensionals. Where did they go? Over here. Sorry if I'm too low. Like I say, I'm trying to get used to using this new mat. I am really liking it. I love how easy it is to clean. So, and if you're not interested in the mat, and if you sign up as a demonstrator, you can get an extra, I think it's $30 worth of products instead. So again, this one I embossed, and I do like the black kind of pops more than on this one. So, but either is fine. Okay, let's put some little leaves on. So I'm just going to put some little dots of glue and add all the leaves there. That way I can do it. This is a bit faster than putting it on all the individual. In fact, I can just use my take your pick tool to put them on. There's two sizes. There's one that's a little bit bigger than the other, but it doesn't really, let's make sure I've got them all turned over the right way. It doesn't really matter which you put where, but I think I can do it like this. Do a little one, and this goes quite fast. And a little one there, and try and do them in kind of different directions. Do a little one here, bigger one there. And I think I'm going to have to figure out something different because this takes up a little bit too much room, doesn't it? And too much of my workspace, but maybe I can move off to the right a little bit, try and get my lights set up a little bit differently. But anyway, it's kind of a work in progress. I just thought I had it figured out with my new silicone grey mat, and then they came out with a new toy for us, but that's okay. It just means I have to play around with it a little bit more, but I am enjoying using it. All right, so what I did here was I tied some, so this is another new product in the mini catalogue, this set of 3 twines, really lovely colours. And actually, the blue's not quite the right blue. Let's see what the pink, yeah, the blue's not quite right. I wonder what about the, I don't know, should we do pink for a change? So I'm just going to grab the end. I haven't used this yet, so I'm just going to wrap this around the inside twice. Okay, my fingers and thumbs, and cut off a little bit. Try and tuck it under this leaf. Come on, under you go. There. Actually, I was thinking I might tie the bow at down the bottom, but we'll do the top again now that I've got everything at the top. All right, and then we'll just tie a knot. I'm going to tie a knot and then tie a bow. It's a little bit easier. I can straighten it out when I've got it tied. Let's see. And tie a quick bow. There we go. And then, like I say, we'll come back and do the flowers all at the end on this. So you could also do the linen thread if you don't want to do the coloured, but I think it adds a nice little touch of pop of colour. All right, so the last one, and then we'll bring them all back to look at. So here's the last one, Mr. Is this an alligator or a crocodile? I really don't know the difference. Can anybody enlighten me? What do you think? Alligator or crocodile? All right, so for this one, I'm using Real Red, and it's a regular card base, but I've just at I think that's 1¼ inches. I've done a score lines and then folded it back. So let's put the designer series. Now this is another designer series paper. This one is called Most Adored, and this is really lovely because it's foiled on one side. I love that one. And the nice thing about this is you can sponge it or colour it in. It's really beautiful. Look at that one. Let's see, that's flowers, and then there's hearts, and then there's this one, I really like that one too. And then on the back there's all kind of more Valentine-y theme papers, swirls, more hearts. So I'm using a couple of them. So this piece is going to get stuck down, and these are all the papers that I'm using are in the Sale-a-Bration brochure. So they are all also free with a $50 order. So I'm showing you lots of the products, even though I can't actually show you inside the catalogue. So we'll attach this. Make sure you get the hearts the right way up. It nearly stuck them in upside down. And then this is going to get stuck on here. This piece, this is just the same size, so it's 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's the same size as this flap here. So open it up and then stick this on. And then we're going to stick this down. So then just a little bit of glue. Stick that down like that. Oops. And then on the inside, I've got a piece of basic white. And I should have done this has got a little bit of stamping on it, but hopefully I can not mess it up. Normally you would recommend doing your stamping first. This is just going to go in here with an equal border on the left and at the top and the bottom. And then this piece is going to go in and it's going to overlap a little bit. Now, oh, I've got it right. So I cut my 2 pieces out like this next to each other. So make sure when you put this one on that it lines up. You see how this way it won't line up, so make sure you've got it in the same way so that when the card's closed it looks nice. And it's going to go like that. I've got a bit of glue on there, but I think that's going to get covered up. And then let's stamp the inside. So with Pebble Path, I'm going to use Love You More. And this is again from that Sale-a-Bration set that I showed you with the Father's Day and the Mother's Day, Love You More. That's at the $50 level. Let me put this on a little bit straighter. I find if it's straight on my block, I'm more inclined to stamp it straight. So let's see if I can do this. Sorry if my head is getting in the way. Love You More. And that's the last that I need of the ink. Right, now we can, oh, we've got to colour the crocodile. So we don't know, no one knows whether this is a crocodile or an alligator. I know I've heard the difference or read the difference, but I do not remember. So again, we'll colour in his little, what are these called? These little things along his back. Does anyone know what these are called? So again, we'll just do some dark where there'd be shadows of his back legs, kind of under his, maybe under his, try and leave his teeth white if you can. Where else? I don't know. And then I'm just going to fill back in, or maybe under here, maybe around here. And then I'm just going to fill in with the Granny Apple Green light, and hopefully my brush tip is working. And I'm going to start out from the bottom just with a circular motion, blend it in. I think this one's running out too. And then, yeah, this one is running out. Let me switch to the other. Yeah. Gonna have to get some new blends apparently. See if I can make this go a little bit longer because it is faster. Try not to colour in his eyes. So I'm not doing a great job on this, but my blend's running out, but you get the idea. I kind of want him lighter on the top and darker on the bottom where they'd be shading. Need to put Granny Apple Green blends on my list. All right, that's gonna do. Not perfect, but that's okay. All right, and then let's put this. Oh, so I've got quite a few little pieces. So let's see how I did this. So I'm gonna put the light green. This is Granny Apple Green, grass. That's gonna go on first. Kind of like that. And then I've got a couple of leaves. I've got Granny Apple Green and I think this is Old Olive. So I'll put this here. And then this here. Push those down. And then this, I'm going to put glue along the front. And this is going to get stuck on the back, so it's just poking up. Like that. Then I'll put some dimensionals, I think, on here. So this is just going to hang off the edge. So take the backings off. And put that on, and then we can put the Mr. Alligator on. So we'll put him on with some dimensionals. So do you think this is going to be on your list, the Jungle Pals? Like I say, I have a feeling that this one is going to, because these LY supplies last. And so sometimes the most popular things run out. So I have a feeling this is going to be popular. So let's put him on there. He's in the Everglades. And then this heart is from the Give It a Whirl dies that have been in the annual catalogue for a little while. But if you know, any heart you can use here. Or you could put something else, a big flower or something. And then, let's see, where's my other white flowers? Oh, there's one. I'll put a couple of little dots there and there. I'm poking out underneath. And this one. And then this piece is going to go inside, just across here. So I'll just put a little bit of glue just a little tiny, and we'll just have him and then we'll just trim it off so it's not hanging off over the edge. And that's perfect because I didn't really want it to show. I didn't want it to show from the outside, so that's perfect. All right, what else? A little bow. In fact, I won't do the bow right now. I'll do the little flowers, and then I'll do the bow at the end, so that if I don't have time, because I'm going rather long, I'm aware of I've been here a long time. So I'll just show you a couple of the little flowers. So the flowers are these are in the annual catalogue. These are called loose daisy embellishments, and they come in a yellow and a white. So I'm just going to do some little tiny dabs of glue. And use my take your pick tool. I'm going to do yellow ones on here. And another yellow one. Of course, you could use whatever embellishments you like. So there's the crocodile, and then you would do the same on here. In fact, I won't finish that off because I know I'm going a long time, but you get the idea. So let me bring in the finished ones I did with all the little embellishments on, and you can tell me which you like best. So there's the sloth, the pink and the yellow, and there's Mr. Crocodile, or alligator, we're not sure which, are we? Or I'm not. And then here's the tiger, and I put some 3 little flowers. I use the white ones for him, and then the toucan. And I used just a little white one down there. So cute. Oh, gotta run. Okay, bye Denise. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think they're pretty cute. So one quick thing I wanted to tell you, that for my gift, if you spend $50 in January, I'm going to send you this pack of lovely embellishments. This is another brand new pack from the new catalogue. It's called the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, and there's 2 different, there's like, I think Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape maybe, but they're really pretty. So $50, use the host code that's at the top of the screen, and that's at the top there, and I will send you a pack of these. So anyway, let me go back to my other camera here, turn back on this light. Yay! So anyway, I hope you liked today's projects, and again, you'll have to bear with me on the lighting and my glass mat. Oh, yeah, and I showed you a little bit about cleanup, but I'll show you a bit more as we go on. Christine says she likes the alligator. He's too cute to be a crocodile. I don't know, are alligators cuter than crocodiles? I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, I'll be using the mat a little bit more for some techniques and things as we go on, so you can see how cool it is. And yeah, and anyway, yeah, I hope you like today's projects. I hope you have a great week. And don't forget to check out online, if you're not a demonstrator or you don't already have a catalogue, Sale-a-Bration brochure, be sure to go online tomorrow and look at all the wonderful new projects online. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I know I went really long today, so I appreciate you sticking with me, and I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.